Hello everyone, welcome to BISP Solutions. I am Preeti, working as Oracle Fusion Functional Consultant. So in today's video, we will discuss the concept of secondary ledger. So the ticket number is T111 and the ticket description is that our client required to report the subledger transactions as per the financial reporting structure of any other country. Say our client wants that whenever we are creating any transaction in any subledger, then at the same time it should be recorded as per the financial reporting structure of any other country. So how we can do that in the Oracle Fusion application? The solution is that we will create one secondary ledger for our primary ledger, and we will select different chart of accounts, accounting calendar, currency or accounting method as per the financial reporting structure of any other country in which we want to report our transactions or journals. So in this way, we will create the secondary ledger that will be different from our primary ledger. And by the time we will record any transaction in our sub ledgers, at the same time, it will be recorded in the second ledger as per the C's that we have provided in the secondary ledger. So we will directly move to our application, and there I have already created one secondary ledger, and then we will create the transaction in the primary ledger, and we will see how it is recorded in the secondary ledger at the same time. Now go to setup and maintenance. Now go to this general ledger functional area, and here we will find one task, that is secondary ledger. So this is the task. Click on it. And for creating secondary ledger, we have to click on this create icon. I have already created one secondary ledger. So for practice purpose, I am showing you how we can create the secondary ledger. So this is the US primary ledger details. Now against this primary ledger, you can create one secondary ledger. So give any name here. Say you want to report your transactions in INR. So you can give the name here as INDSL. Now these are the four C's that we require to create the primary ledger. So in the secondary ledger, when we will select these C's, that means chart of accounts, accounting calendar, currency, accounting method. So here we will select the chart of accounts or accounting calendar that can be different from your primary ledger. And this will record the transaction accordingly. Say I am selecting same chart of accounts, and in the calendar I am using different calendar than primary ledger. So you can see here in the primary ledger we are using accounting MMYY calendar, but in the secondary ledger we are using GT calendar, and the currency here is USD, and here I am taking it as INR. And in the accounting method you can select the different accounting method. Now at which level you want the conversion. So in my case, my client's requirement is that he wants the conversion at subledger level. He wants that when we are creating any transaction in the subledger, it should be recorded at the same time in the secondary ledger. So here I will select subledger. So this is how you can create the secondary ledger. So I have already created one secondary ledger in the application. So this is the secondary ledger, that is GTSL, that I have created, where I am using US chart of accounts. In the calendar, I am using different calendar than primary ledger. The currency is different, and the data conversion level is at subledger level. So in this way, we can create the secondary ledger in the application. After creating the secondary ledger, we have to set the configuration at specify ledger options, where we have to select the retained earning. Here I have selected the accounting method. Here I have given the retained earning accounting code combination, and this is the rates at which I require the conversion to take place. And here I have provided the accounting code combination for suspense rounding account and currency balancing account. Then go to the complete primary to secondary ledger mapping task. Now here we have to select the default conversion rate type. So I have taken it as corporate. And these are the options that you have to select as per your requirement. Now click on save and close. And after performing all the tasks, we have to do review and submit accounting configurations. So this is the mandatory step. When you will click on this submit icon, then only your secondary ledger will be activated. So this is the submit icon. Once you will submit this, then only your secondary ledger will be activated for use. Currently it is already activated, you can see here. So the status is active here. This is confirmed. Now, when I will create any transaction in the subledger module, it will be recorded at the same time in the secondary ledger also. So we will go to the payables workbench area, then go to the invoices. And here we will create one invoice and we will create accounting for the same. Give the supplier name here. Give the invoice number. Then here you have to give the amount and expand the lines, and here give the amount, give the distribution set here. Now validate this invoice. Now make the payment of this invoice, and then we will create the accounting for the same. Again, go to the invoice actions and then click on post to ledger. Click on OK. Now again go to the task panel and we have one task that is create accounting. Click on it and then in the Subledger application select payables here, and you can see here that we are running this process for the US primary ledger, but the transaction that we have created will be recorded in the secondary ledger as well. And I am leaving all the information as it is. Now click on submit. Click on OK here. Now come to the general accounting workbench area. Click on task panel and then click on manage journals. Now here you can see data access set. So from here you have to change it. First we will select US primary ledger. Click on OK and then go to the task panel. From here we will check the journal that we have created now for our invoice, that is payable invoice. Click on search and we will search with the amount here. So this is the invoice that we have created and created the accounting for the same. And you can see here, this is under US primary ledger. Now we will check the same in the secondary ledger. So for that, we have to change our ledger here. Let's select it as GTSL, that is for the secondary ledger we have created. And go to the manage journals and then click on search here. And now you can see here, we have created the purchase invoice as well. We have created the payment for the same, and then we have created the accounting in the payables module. And now we have created all these transactions in the subledger module in the US primary ledger. But because we have created the secondary ledger for the primary ledger, therefore the transactions that you will record in the US primary ledger will be directly recorded in the secondary ledger as well. So this is the invoice that we have created, and this is the payment that we have created for this invoice, and you can see it is recorded in the secondary ledger as well. Let's open this purchase invoice. And this is the amount in which we have created this invoice, and it is recorded in the INR as well. So this is on the basis of corporate rate that we have provided in the application. So this is how we can create the secondary ledger, and we can create the secondary ledger and we can select the data conversion at the subledger level. So thank you so much for watching the video.